Hello and welcome to another Drunken Degenerates Podcast. I am your host, Bosshogge, and I am joined today by Bees in Disguise, a very prominent VTuber,
Prominent in
artist.
quotation marks.
Do you not believe you're doing too well? I've been watching your stuff. I've been researching. I think you're doing pretty cool. I like your content.
wouldn't call myself prominent.
Up and coming. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, that is what my 100 million subs exactly. But yeah, I wouldn't call myself prominent, more so, uh, in the top 6% of all Twitch streamers because I regularly get more than one viewer.
I mean, that's more than what I normally get when I stream. Um,
Yeah.
and the new Pokemon game is coming out. Are you going to get it?
Um, Probably not. Not because I dislike Pokemon, more so because I don't have a Switch.
Hmm. Why I bring that up is I'm going to start streaming it because I do love Pokemon and I've been playing it for a very very long time. But
Yeah, yeah.
what kind of connects that into Twitch is I thought about like using Twitch bots when the new Pokemon comes out. The thought has always been there in the back of my head. Just the way the system is set up, it seems like it is wholeheartedly against someone starting out. It is difficult to retain an audience and get that sort of reach and traction on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, I got affiliate within a couple, let's see, within a month actually, but I don't think that's just because I'm an amazing streamer, 100%, but more so because I already had some close friends ahead of time who did stream.
Hmm.
So it was easier. And I guess the fact that I was able to stream regularly, like that definitely helped.
Yeah, that's been my issue is keeping a regular schedule. But I've noticed that with when you get like groups of friends, so we can use we'll use Markiplier. He's a pretty well known name. Uh, he was making his content for such a long time, and he grew, and genuinely a good person by most people's regard. But now that he's been in that position, all it takes is him collaborating with some of his IRL friends, and then they start getting following of their own, and it just kind of trickles down from there. See, at
Yeah.
least what it seems like to get prominent in any sort of way is knowing the right people and having coasting off them to become your own, or just getting lucky.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't even say just getting lucky, because from what I've noticed, streaming is typically, well, it is a lot of luck, but it's also based off of things like your charisma, how entertaining you can be, how well you can speak to chat, what kind of content you make, what kind of people you appeal to, pretty much.
Yeah,
So it's not, well, actually, no, it is that popping off is hard. And I do believe that Markiplier, like everyone, anybody who pops off for the most part, I do think deserves it because it is primarily based off of like knowing what works.
yeah.
I'm kind of rambling here. I'm saying a lot of things without really saying anything.
That's half the podcast.
Um,
Yeah, I get what you're getting at there. It is. I have seen a lot. I mean, a lot of streams that I will go into just because I don't particularly like Twitch a whole lot, personally. I don't like the whole mob mentality of chat. I like one-on-one interactions or small groups of interactions. So I'll go into chat with people, on streamers who have very little views. And a lot of them are just sitting there dead-eyed playing a video game, not acknowledging chat in any way.
yeah, like, and one of my main things that I worry about is like, am I talking to chat too much? Am I not talking? Chris Machine Gober says he's wearing a hat. He's not wearing a hat. Sorry, the ADHD meds are wearing off. Um, yeah, one of my biggest issues that I've had when I stream is that I'm very worried about if I'm actually talking to chat enough, if like at all. So, I did like a 5-hour Fallout. Oop, one moment, please. Um, I did like a 5 or 6 hour stream of Fallout New Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did pretty darn well on that stream, if I'm being honest here. I think I maxed at 15 viewers, probably. Probably not. I don't remember back in July. Yeah, July. And yeah, I think the reason I did so well with that is also because Fallout 76 Fallout New Vegas is a generally niche game, which that's the thing too. I get most of my viewers, like when I do get a lot of viewers, when I'm doing a niche game, right? Things like Disco Elysium, fucking Morrowind, I did pretty good with Morrowind. Even though I'm like terrible at the game. I think the reason most of the people actually stayed for Morrowind was because I was doing like such a bad was because I was doing such a bad job at it. Cause like I'd never played a game like Morrowind before. Um Shit like hitting the fucking rat in the animation shows, but does anything else show? No, it does not. Because fuck you, gamers.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You hit my core demographic there.
No, no, this is the fucking company saying fuck you, gamers. I personally harbor very complicated feelings towards gamers.
I will agree to that. There are still a lot of stereotypes to this day that are very prominent and they are very true to a certain degree. There are definitely people who are far more into gaming as they should be. Um, though I don't know. At least for me, I'll open up here a little bit. Growing up as in small town America, it was difficult for me making friends growing up. Um, I had a lot of issues at home, and so I suffered from depression for a long time, and I still have my bad days today. But
Mm-hmm.
during this time, I kind of looked for an escape, and that was my escape. I'd play video games. My best friend growing up was my Game Boy with Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Crystal,
Mm-hmm.
and it breaks my heart saying that out loud because in my mind it ain't that bad, but I don't know how it sounds to other people. But that's really all I had, and I really didn't make friends until high school. For the most part, I had small groups toward the end of middle school, but um, it was my escape. And once I realized that that was my escape from reality, I decided to make a better reality, and that's sort of where I'm at today.
Right.
Understanding the mental with it, but gamers do get a bad rep, I would say, but some of them wholeheartedly deserve it. Uh,
Yeah, definitely. Um, Insert comment here. I kind of forgot what I was about to say. Sorry.
it's
Gamers
okay.
are the most oppressed minority.
Most definitely. uh, I'd say it would be yeah, gamers do get a bad rep, but they some of them deserve it. I have definitely met some. I suppose when you look at a person in terms of cliquish and what they enjoy doing, it doesn't matter what they do as terms of how you perceive them, but it matters on how they behave. Like you can have someone into anything, and if they're a dick about it, they're just a dick about it.
Yeah, literally, like, I don't know. I harbor very complicated feelings towards Kiwi Farms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've done some pretty
Um,
fucked up stuff. I'm not 100% aware, but I have heard some stuff.
yeah, very much what you'd expect, like high school gossip type stuff, which isn't fun. Is not fun. Um, I don't get why anybody would really uh, enjoy that type of content.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I do like to gossip. And I do have friends today that I'll just get all catty with, and I'll go all mean girls. You can't sit with us at lunch with them in a completely over the top humorous way, not in a literal sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's fun. I try to keep a like when in Rome sort of mentality when I do anything. I'm thinking that I'm getting ready to go LARPing. The area that I live in now has a big LARPing community where you can pay and they'll provide everything and you join in, and they got other stuff going on as well.
Yeah.
Have you ever been LARPing?
No, I do play D&D somewhat regularly. Um, currently trying to get set up in a Cyberpunk 77
Mm-hmm.
RPG. But otherwise, no, I haven't really been LARPing. Cosplay, yeah, but that's really it.
Yes, your cosplay when I met you in person.
Yeah, the fucking postal dude.
I thought it was pretty good cosplay. I knew what it was. I don't think everyone else did, but I recognized it.
Oh yeah, no, I had maybe like 3 or 4 people actually recognize like me being the based Giga Chad postal dude. Kinda hurt, not gonna lie.
At that, I'll let everyone in on the little secret. We had met in person actually at a anime convention, um, and
And
they
gaming and tabletop role
yeah, there's a
playing.
lot, um, but they were in cosplay as Postal. Is that the guy's name?
Yeah, postal dude.
Yeah, Postal dude. Okay. And I was dressed as Chris Chan at the time, I believe. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I gotta apologize to you. But when we met, I was blackout drunk. I was out.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of figured. What was I saying?
I was apologizing for being very drunk and
Oh,
chatting with you.
yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured a lot of people there seemed to be.
Oh yeah, things
And
got
also
pretty lit.
based on the way you were doing karaoke, it was
Oh, was it bad? I don't remember.
no, it wasn't bad. It was funny. Like
Good.
I feel bad because I actually had to leave pretty shortly after because it was late
Yeah.
and little me has an old man's body that can't seem to sleep
The,
past.
I wish I would have done more karaoke, honestly. I was drinking much more than what I normally do. Weird for me to stray on a like a drinking podcast. But I was supposed to have friends that were supposed to go with me to that convention, but everyone bailed on me. Like four people bailed on me at the last second, and I was by
Dang,
myself.
that's not fun.
I was just trying to make friends where I could, I suppose.
Yeah. I had one friend that I was actually going to meet there. He did show up, thankfully, and we did play D&D for a while. Okay, a while is kind of an understatement. I think the majority of the time that I was there, it was just fucking D&D.
Damn, it was a 3 day convention.
Yeah, yeah. Not Monday. Friday, yeah. Played some D&D. I didn't actually have a character prepared.
Hmm.
So instead of just doing the common sense thing and using an old one, I just threw one together just at the last minute.
What's your favorite what's what's your favorite race and class?
Usually I go for half elf bard, but
Mm,
I am fairly
mm,
partial to warlocks. What?
mm,
What?
elves,
What?
elves,
Half elves, half elves.
elves. Only
I
half
like
as disgusting.
I like the pointy
That's the
ears.
part I dislike the most.
You have no taste.
I do have taste, and it's mostly in mead and meat and beards because I'm a dwarf enjoyer.
Damn. You just don't have the right taste then, I suppose.
uh,
Because obviously half elves are pretty fucking based.
Ah, those the ears though. If they had like human ears, maybe.
Well, yeah, they can have human ears. It's
Hmm.
not they're not inherently pointy. Honestly, D&D is literally just whatever the fuck you want it to be, and I think that's neat.
Yeah, it is. I've had a lot of fun playing. I have a difficult. Like I always end up as the dungeon master, so I've had very limited play, which is like it's actually pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah, I could never DM, honestly. I don't have a long enough attention span for it.
I just kind of like I have like a loose thing usually written down, like I'm just scribble down something really quick and yeah, just kind of play it by ear. I have like a general idea of directions and themes, but just kind of let the players figure it out if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've been playing Divinity Original Sin 2. I have it on Steam. I'm playing that a lot lately.
Mhm.
It has it's a top-down turn-based RPG, but it has a
Right.
multiplayer features in which it's called Dungeon or Game Master, which you can make your own encounters and own little story, and yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And I know it's the same company that's coming out with the Baldur's Gate 3, which is already out, but it's still being refined. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping to see more of that in the near future.
Right.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I haven't played it yet, honestly. Mostly I play indie games or like just really old games or just not popular games like Only Cans Thirst Date.
thank you. I was trying to remember the name. I was wanting to ask you about it.
Yeah, it's honestly kind of my favorite game right now. It's just so silly and like the theme song for it goes really hard.
I was just I sat there and watched it for a little bit from your YouTube. I think I was watching it on.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this game? And why do I like it so much?
It's good and like the fucking theme song for it goes really hard.
I had
Like the
never seen the game
fucking
before then. That's what kind of like blew me away. Like, what the fuck is this?
yeah, it's an indie game and I like it. I also like Disco Elysium. That one's really fun. I don't play it as much as I'd like to, primarily because I am saving it for
Hmm.
streaming because I have a friend who's really wanting me to play it and fuck it, yeah, I'm playing it.
Yeah, I got
Like
that feeling of like trying to save stuff for streaming and like I'm wanting to play more on my own, but like I can't play because it's not right to people who have watched me progress on this character or whatever up until this point.
yeah, exactly.
Feels like it's causing me to overstream or stream more than I'd like to.
Yeah, my issue is that I don't really have the time to stream. And it's sad. It's very sad.
Yeah, I like your content. I try to set in as much as I can or dip in for a minute or two. Give my little words of support. Let's
Oh,
go.
thank you.
Um,
Yeah, I legitimately put a lot of effort into my streams.
oh, you can definitely tell.
Yeah, like I feel like if I do shoddy or scuffed streams just because that's not fair to my viewers,
Yeah.
because it's kind of just like, oh yeah, I don't care about you or your time. Fuck you, you know? Like
Fuck
no,
you. Now subscribe.
I do care about my viewers' time. Why wouldn't I? The time, their effort, their fucking everything, you know?
Yeah, they could be doing anything right now, but they decided to sit there and watch you.
Yeah, just like my 3 viewers here right now. Hello, everybody.
Hello, I'm one of them.
This model's here.
So tell me something about tell me about VTubing. What got you into it?
Um, so I initially got into it in 2020, right around the time when it blew up.
Hmm.
I was watching Gargara's debut, right? And my initial thought was, wow, that's really cool. Um, I knew what VTubing was prior to that because of Kizuna I, but like the concept wasn't really a thing that was prominent in my, like, you know.
Yeah, I
So
remember seeing it before then, but if my recollection is correct, I mostly just saw it for furries and the like.
yeah, and even then, I didn't know much about it from like even furry perspective
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't really a very online person. But like, you know, I got into VTubing. I began watching some VTubers I like. Initially, I was really only into the big corporate ones like Gargura, fucking Mori Calliope, Inagami Korone. But like, I don't know, I got into some indie VTubers because I discovered the VTuber virtual YouTubers subreddit. That was pretty fun. I met one VTuber, her name's Yako Kiko. She might be live right now. I'm not actually sure. Um, but yeah, I found her through some of her like promo art.
Mm-hmm.
Thought she was pretty cool, and I went to her stream, enjoyed it. And from there, I met some other VTubers. And eventually, I saved up enough money to get a good PC, which is what I'm on right now.
Nice.
And, you know, I started. Like, I made my little model right here. Hello, hello, this is my model. Um, Made my little model, had some fun with it. Uh, Constantly updating it, if I'm being honest here.
Yeah, I mean, like in terms of art, very few artists are ever done with a piece. They just kind of keep progressing with it. Or I know this is a quote from Bob Ross, but in Bob Ross's home, he never put any of his art up on his walls because if he did, he said that he would see imperfections in it and want to go back and correct them. So he knew that he was never really done with the piece.
Yeah, that's kind of how I do things. Once I say, okay, I'm done now, it's out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to work on it anymore after that.
I tried VTubing for a little bit, right around the same time. I think probably about 2001 or so, when I was, trying to revive my channel for the 16th time. um, uh, I liked the concept of it a lot. I liked the idea of it, and I was torn between doing something as the persona that I had that at that time, which was the Goblin King, which was what I was before I was Bosshogge, and I thought about being a dude but having a girl avatar and trying to make it as attractive as possible, but use my really deep voice, and I thought that would be very funny.
Yeah, I've seen other VTubers do that too. Femboy superiority, am I right?
I mean, you
I
ain't
mean
wrong.
that without like a hint of irony, by the way. Uni, if you're still here in chat, I love you. But yeah, no, I've seen other VTubers do it, and it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd be open to doing it again. During those times, so there's like three different eras of four, if you want to count YouTube as well, of me making content back and forth. But at one point, I was very self conscious about how I looked, and I do have some body dysmorphia to this day, where I've been cutting weight really rapidly. I'm starting to feel better about myself, and I can actually post a photo like I'm using right now because I just look totally unhinged, and I love it.
Yeah, part of what I like about VTubing is the general anonymity that comes with it.
Hmm.
'Cause, like, yeah, sure, you could just be faceless, but where's the fun in that? Especially when you have the option to just be silly and have a little anime guy. I have that, and I really like it.
Yeah, it lets you add the attitude and puts expression to your words,
Yeah, exactly.
and you
There's
get to
people who
wink.
use like reactive, yeah, wink. There's people who use like reactive PNGs. I think those are pretty cool, honestly. I would have gone with that, honestly, but you know, I didn't. Not any real reason, just I wanted to do 3D VTubing.
I've thought about doing that. That was another one of my things. The thing that you showed me to set, actually have my OBS set up now. This is neat. I didn't know about this before, and I thank you for showing me this. I gotta fiddle with it a bit more.
Oh yeah, it's nothing.
Um,
I still don't know much about OBS. I'm literally just learning as I go. And
I've been doing I've been making YouTube videos specifically since, shoot, I want to say 2009.
wowza.
Yeah, and at the time it was heavily copyrighted stuff, but that would be copyrighted now, but at the time it wasn't. I'd make little like skit videos, and I was having a blast with that.
Mm-hmm.
Then sort of after that, it kind of turned into I went dead for a while, and then I started making League of Legends content, and this is around
Ew,
the
me?
yeah.
Disgusting.
And I can say this, looking back now, I was heavily influenced by like Video Game Donkey, and I can see that my content was inspired by him as well, just the way that I edited. And I studied his comedy and his theory, and I wanted to be successful as well, but didn't really have the computer or the editing capabilities quite to be able to do that at the time.
Yeah. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I still don't fucking know how to edit.
I have gotten really good at it over the years. I've made some pretty quality edits now. I like to think I'm not the best in the neighborhood, but I spent the money. I got Vegas Pro, and I'm pretty happy about it because it lets me add so many neat things and mess with tracks and get everything kind of like set up the way I want to. Because I do love content creation at its core.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I have you ever made or watch any YouTube shorts?
I've watched some, but as for making them, no. The closest I've gotten is like a silly little shit post with the California Girls dance meme, if you know of it.
Yes, yes, I do.
Yeah, but it was Kagami Rin from the Meltdown stage of Project Diva.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was fun to make.
I've been making them. I've been like I'm trying to get my online presence more out there so I can meet more people and kind of get more reach. So I've been putting TikTok videos on. I've been putting videos on Instagram. I've been putting videos on Twitter. I've been putting videos. I started doing shorts, uploading shorts to TikTok and YouTube, and the shorts seem to do significantly better on YouTube, which is odd. So before this, I think the max amount of views I've ever had on a video was like 2,000, and that was over 10 years of it slowly trickulating that much. But now I have a video short of 3,000 that I just posted. It was me performing live on stage at that anime convention.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought it was odd how quickly I have gained subscribers in comparison to my normal content creation through videos. So
Yeah,
I've been like making videos. I've been making a short every day. I've uploaded a short every single day this week.
man, I should do that. Shucks.
Yeah, I've done a lot of like I don't. It's hard to come up with ideas. I ended up getting some like the. I have a Facebook group of my friends that I believe are the funniest that would want to help me, and it's a think tank for making shorts. So one of the things that they ended up coming up with that I haven't yet recorded because I think I need a second person to help me with the angles and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
they told me it's impossible to walk backwards on stairs.
That's a lie.
No, if you're walking backwards, you're not walking backwards. You're just walking up the stairs, or you're just walking down the stairs. You cannot walk backwards on the stairs.
Oh boy.
Like that really blew my mind today, or when I heard it. I got a little story from work today that I just reminded myself of because I thought that the stairs thing was pretty funny if you're like high or whatever, but I am pretty certain I encountered someone who was smoking the devil's lettuce today.
No way. That's illegal. You can't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
That
But
God hates it when people do that.
it's
Sheesh.
it's
Who did I get sent to heck?
straight to hell, right next to the pedophiles and the agnostics.
The HE double hockey sticks place. Oh no.
It's not as fun as the comics make it look. But I could smell them from across the crosswalk as I was getting ready to cross. And one of my guys, the guys I work with, he was standing next to me, and it's piss pouring the rain, and it's two people walking past me. They're in raincoats. He says to them, "It's raining, ain't it?" And one of them, they just turn around and they say, "What?" He said, "It's raining, ain't it?" They say, "What is rain?" And you could just smell, you could smell like you could tell, like he freaked them out. He's a bigger guy, but he turned to talk to them, just being friendly.
What is rain? I feel that.
Like they were on the verge. They were just trying to be under the influence and act normal in public.
I mean, honestly, I've never done the weed drug, as they call it. I'd like to one day.
What a narc. I've never done it either.
One day.
I don't care what people do with their own free time and sort of stuff like that. That's my general opinion on it. It's just not for me, and I got some personal reasons behind that. I'm not. I don't. I've opened up enough on this stream, on this podcast.
Yeah, weed, LSD, all those fun little drugs that they warn you about. They look like fun.
Yeah, it's actually it's a government conspiracy. Those drugs are actually what give you access to the center of the world, which is actually hollow.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
I thought the Earth was shaped like a dinosaur.
Yeah, it is. It's like it literally like how we see dinosaurs as in nuggets. It's inside out though. So when you take the drug, you go into the dinosaur's mouth, or any other cavity, I suppose. The best way is the mouth, honestly. And well, I suppose it depends what you're into. Go through the mouth, and it's hollow on the inside, and it's a Revenge of the Planet of the Apes style of violence in there. Um, uh, Joe Rogan's in there, and Seth Rogen, and it's Rogan and Rogan tonight.
No fucking way.
I don't know where the fuck I was going with that.
You're pulling my leg right now. You're pulling my leg.
That's the real shit, dude.
That doesn't happen.
That's what the government doesn't want you to know.
No way. I can't believe they'd lie to me. Why would the government lie? Call me.
We've been all over the place, and I'm enjoying the hell out of this conversation.
That's how it goes with bees in disguise. We bouncing for realsies.
Have you watching any anime lately?
I've been watching Chainsaw Man actually. It's really good. Makima Mommy for real. I'd let her gaslight me.
Which one is that? Because I have also been watching it, but I suck with names.
She's the redhead.
Bet.
Makima Mommy. Wait, no, I can't make this joke because this is gonna get clipped. It's gonna be mean to hell and back. Fuck it. I'd bark. Honestly, I would bark.
I would do way more than I would do very regrettable things. But I think it's not necessarily for her. It is for my actual waifu, which looks similar. Which is Miss
Yeah, it's Miss Kobayashi.
It's Miss Kobayashi, yes.
Kobayashi is firmly into women. I don't think canon.
You know, in my mind, it is what it is.
I hold very firm beliefs that Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is like a very well. No, this isn't like anything to debate about. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, in my opinion, is an extremely queer anime. I love it. You have Kobayashi here. I'd honestly argue that she's like a STEMI almost. And then we have Toru, who's just straight up Kobayashi. I would take my clothes off for you. Kobayashi, I love you. Just things like that.
I think the world really is sleeping on Miss Kobayashi though.
I guess
They,
you're
they
right.
they they fanfic about every other character except her, and that's what like I kind of like that, but as a content enjoyer, I don't like that, I suppose.
Kobayashi moment.
Like I gotta watch the new season of Miss Kobayashi. I haven't yet.
Oh yeah, same.
I'm behind. I'm behind on anime. I am watching Chainsaw Man. I didn't mean to derail Chainsaw Man, but I have been watching it as well.
Yeah, the opening goes hard though.
Yeah,
Like
it
I've
really
always
does.
loved what Kenshi Yonezu puts out. I've been a fan of his since he was working on Vocaloid song. Um, Genuinely amazing music.
Hmm.
I don't know how such a man can write such beats.
I don't know if it's where the show is. It's only what, like 3, 4 episodes in now. I feel like it's
Um,
going pretty slow, honestly.
it's only at 4 episodes right now. I haven't seen the fourth one though.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen it yet either. I've been watching that, and I've been watching the new episodes of My Hero.
I can never get into My Hero Academia.
Or you never seen it?
Yeah. Oh, hi, Cave. Cave is in my stream now. This is the guy I'm making the VTuber model for.
Nice. Uh,
Um, but yeah, I could never really get into My Hero Academia.
there are things that I extremely like about it, and there's things that I extremely dislike about it. I do like superheroes. I like the concepts of them, but I think I like My Hero Academia not for the main character, but for the villains. I like a really good villain, and I think My Hero Academia has some really good villains.
I see.
Um,
Well, I would not know
yeah,
because I only watched the first few episodes.
I'll give some examples. I'll go into more detail what I believe to be a good villain. In my opinion, a good yeah, that protects my opinion. A good villain is a villain in which, if you change the perception, they're not a villain. Everything they do makes sense, and it's toward this goal that they're trying to achieve.
I
So,
think I gotta disagree with you on that one, Chief.
okay,
Um, I love villains. They're just ultimately very fucked up people.
mhm.
Like, with a fiery, burning passion. Like, I don't want tragic backstories. I just want really fucked up people doing
Yeah.
really fucked up things.
So I'll use my example. I'll use an example here of one of the better villains. It's more the memed villains out there. I'll just go. I'll talk about Thanos. You know, technically, he right. He right.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
You go like another meme route. You go like Pain from Naruto, who was just trying to cause another ninja war to keep people strong and to realize that it should be one world government. I suppose was his main thing, but I suppose from his perspective, all the villages ever did was hurt people. So
Yeah,
that's sort of what makes a good villain is their motives are you can understand them, and I do understand what you're talking about too. That a villain is it really is ultimately a fucked up person. Um,
yeah. Or, I mean, also villains who ultimately believe they're doing the right thing are also very interesting. The
mhm.
first example that comes to mind is N from Pokemon. Um, Gender awakening right there, boys. Literally so non-binary and like everything. Just sorry to go off on like a queer little tangent right here.
You just reminded me something in the new Pokemon game. I know you're not getting it, but I can at least tell you about it because it's something you might be interested in. To my understanding of it, there is no longer a boy or girl option.
Yeah, from what I remember, they're going, "What's your style?"
Oh,
I
I I've been playing for so long. I usually play. I guess it depends on the game. Sometimes I play as a girl. Sometimes I play, or traditionally a girl. Sometimes I play as traditionally a boy.
Mostly I play as girls because I like the character customization. That's literally it. I love a game where I can customize a character.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the customization options, and even I don't know if it's me personally. I really dislike over sexualization of characters. So
Yeah.
I talked about I played League of Legends before. My one of my first mains back in 2012, 13, whatever the hell it was. It was Caitlyn, the chick with the sniper rifle, and she has a lot of skins. And the one skin that I wanted was the least slutty skin. I dislike the over. I think it's creepy, honestly.
Mm, yeah, I guess you have a point there.
That might also be why I like Miss Kobayashi. They're just a normal person.
Yes, but Makima, mommy,
A little sexualized, I guess it depends.
proof that you can have, whew, proof that um uh me when mommy when Maki mommy, yeah, she doesn't show much skin, but by God, when she does,
Just like it's just like the aura, I think.
yeah, no, she's like confident. She's an abuser. She,
You're listing off half the things I have that I want in my dating profiles.
yes, for this relationship, I am looking for somebody who will domestically abuse me. Um,
I want
must
someone
be
to
must be willing to be nice to me afterwards.
I want someone to emotionally manipulate me for 6 to 7 months, ultimately end up cheating on me, and then make it my fault somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of broke my heart a little bit. That shit's happened to me before. It's
It's
rough.
normal. Everything is normal about this.
I'm going to talk about something here. You can tell me if you don't not want to talk about it. But I told myself that I was never, ever, ever, ever going to be doing online dating again. I've known that for myself for the past 8 months. I've known that about myself. But
Mm-hmm.
it's incidentally after I say that out loud to someone, I get invited to Facebook dating for the first time ever.
Facebook has a dating thing?
Yes, you have to like be invited to it.
Huh.
So I'm not sure if you've messed with other dating apps, but on those, typically, if someone likes you, you have to pay money to see if they've liked you or not. Facebook dating, however, does not have that. You get to see immediately whoever likes you. It seems like they're not in it to make money. It's just as a option that they're providing people who are single, which is really nice.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I've never really been interested in online dating apps.
Hmm.
Um, how do I put this in a normal way? Dating really just hasn't interested me all that much. Like, I make a lot of jokes about fucking people's mothers, but like, I don't really need it in my life. I'm happy without it.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. Actually, a lot of people are like, "Oh, I got to be in a relationship. Oh, I got to go out there. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do that." And a lot of people don't take the time to really get to know themselves and love themselves and enjoy that time by themselves, and then be able to take that, be confident in being with yourself, and then try and add extra variables into that.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, um, for the longest time, he claims that he was asexual. He's just not really attracted to anyone, and I believe him when he says that. I guess I shouldn't say claims. He just recently got into a relationship after 10 years, and for that whole 10 years he's just pretty much been working on himself, and I'm super proud of him, and I'm super happy for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got invited to the Facebook dating, and I love how when I start saying things out loud, I get made a hypocrite in some way or some form.
Have you tried not that? Might help, TBH.
What?
Have you tried not being a hypocrite? Might help,
Yeah,
TBH.
it's difficult when you're when you're such weak-willed as I am. Like I not necessarily I am a hypocrite, but things that I will say and it will be like different. I guess a hypocrite's the wrong way. It'll turn me into a liar. It makes me a liar.
Have you tried not lying? That might help.
Well, it's like I'll say something one way because that's the information that I have, and then immediately after it's found out to be the other. So it's not necessarily me lying, it's just new information coming out to make me seem that way.
I don't know, sounds like a lie to me.
It might be. I might be gaslighting you this whole time.
Ah, shucks, wouldn't be the first time. I
I
love being gaslit, literally one of my most normal hobbies.
I actually I don't I don't know if it's where I like my dad was good at it and like manipulating people and stuff, but I actually get a pretty good kick out of like gaslighting people.
It's fun.
I do it
I
over like stupid shit.
I've never gaslit anybody. Nope, not me. I am too normal for that. Gaslighting isn't even real. You're just crazy.
That's my favorite bit that goes with that. I'll gaslight like my brother's girlfriend because it's easier with people who are gullible, I suppose. So I'll just say something off the wall, something stupid like, "Yeah, you know, chimpanzees have four fingers," and I'll get them to believe it. But ultimately, I'll end up telling them that I was lying to them. But
I
I'll
think
get
that's
them to
gaslighting.
believe something.
I don't think that's gaslighting. I think that's just regular lying.
Well, if they believe it, that's what turns it into gaslighting. It's like you have to
No,
change their
it's
mind.
it's just a lie.
Isn't that what gaslighting is? Maybe I'm just a boomer.
Yeah, no, gaslighting is like convincing somebody that they're crazy, getting them
Yeah,
to question their own grip on reality.
yeah. No, she'll argue with me like, no, they have five fingers for sure, and then that changes their mind if I convince them to do so.
Lou Doodler asks, wait, are you gaslighting him now? Maybe.
Are you
Gaslighting isn't real
gaslighting
though.
me? Shit.
Gaslighting isn't fucking real.
If you're gaslighting right now, if you're gaslighting me right now, dude, I bit hard. Stop.
Gaslighting isn't real. You're just crazy. Stop it. Get some help.
I don't know if I could trust you anymore.
Oh no, you absolutely can. I'm the most trustworthy person on the planet. I never tell lies.
Let me look at chat real quick. Chat is hidden. Damn it. I don't want to pop it back up. I got. I don't. I don't know who to trust anymore. I can only trust myself.
Yeah,
It's like I kind of like if I ever get depressed, I've started like giving myself pep talks in the shower. So I'll like talk myself up and gaslight the shit out of myself about like my feelings and why I'm sad or whatever, and I'll pep talk my way out of it.
yeah. But remember, gaslighting isn't real. You made it up because you're fucking crazy. Okay, I'll stop that now. The bit's dead.
I'm just looking like I'm okay. I'll get you back later. I'll
No,
I'll, I'll work on something.
I can't be gaslit because I'm not crazy.
Stop it.
I told you it's not even real. Okay, that was the last one for real now.
That's also gaslighting. Stop it.
I'm not gaslighting.
I'm not gaslighting. You're gaslighting. Stop being crazy. You know you gaslight me. Stop it.
Yeah, why are you gaslighting me right now, man?
I
I'm
can't turn it. I
literally
can't turn it off.
I'm literally just a live streamer. You can't do this to me.
Now you're playing the victim. You're emotionally manipulating into a gaslight.
No, I'm not. Why would you say that? That's so mean.
I don't know you well enough to know if you're fucking with me or not.
Why would I fuck with anybody. That's terrible. Why would I do that?
It's because I could pretty adequately say that you're a shithead.
I'm not. Why are you so mean to me? Like, on my Twitch, publicly.
I
This
mean,
is shameful. I feel so offended. I
yeah,
feel...
good. That's why I said it.
Aww. Why would you say that?
Shit, I'm starting to break shit.
That's so mean.
If you didn't know this, I was a rude dude. Or I am a rude dude.
But that doesn't justify bullying. The only people that are allowed to bully me is my chat.
I say shithead with all the love in the world. I didn't mean that in a derogatory sense.
Yeah, I figured. Wait, hold on. No, you did mean it. You meant it in a derogatory way. Sorry, I have to play the victim right
and
now
I'll do it again.
No, how could you?
I mean, it's just it who I be sometime, you know. I see you bullying people all the time, and I'm basically Batman. I bully the bullies.
I don't bully people. I'm nice and I'm kind.
Something about the way you're saying that makes me not believe it.
Loodler in chat says I'm a lewd dude. That's right, you are, Loodler. You're a lewd dude. Porn! Porn
Yeah.
jar. Porn jar. Yeah. Pornography, am I right?
Am I right, guys? Let's get an F in the chat for all this victim playing.
I'm not playing the victim. I am the victim.
I am the victim. You're bullying me.
That's something a bully would say.
That is something that a bully would say. They'd try and turn it back. There we go. Blame the blamer. Classic bully behavior.
No, it's not.
I'm the victim. I've been conditioned to believe this way, and I'm trying to work on it, but you're not making it easy for me.
You're literally gaslighting and bullying me right now.
This conversation's going nowhere. We're playing 5D chess right now.
Of course it's going nowhere. Conversations with gaslighters never do. It's just a constant loop. You're crazy. You're crazy. This is all your fault.
No, you're crazy.
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
You know how I know you're crazy?
How?
Because I'm crazy and I can tell.
Shit! You got me there.
We're hitting 59 minutes on the podcast, so they were going to close out this gaslighting loop. I'm sure that'll be fun to listen to.
Yeah, fun, because you're mean and horrible, and I can't believe you're doing this to me.
I'm going to stop recording here in a second, and you got to come clean here, because I'm starting to feel bad.
Nah, don't feel bad. It's funny. On the internet, we call this a joke. People usually tell them when they're trying to be humorous.
I like satire and irony when I'm trying to imply one thing but end up meaning the other. I think it's satire. I don't know. I just kind of put words together until they have meaning and people start laughing.
Satire is like when you exaggerate something to make a point.
And irony is implying one thing but meaning another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do both of those interchangeably, sometimes together. With gaslighting, it depends on who I'm talking to.
I love gaslighting, man.
Well,
no, I don't. No, I don't.
I've never gaslighted an ounce of my day. Stop thinking me think that I've gaslight. You're just gaslighting. You love gaslighting. You're crazy. Stop it.
There's this one guy, or lady, I guess, on YouTube who constantly made these videos of her life with her family.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one video where she was like, "You're a narcissist, you're gaslighting me, you're crazy." And that string of words. Sheesh.
Something about my dad being decent at gaslighting just naturally, and me doing it and growing up the way I did. I suppose it made me pretty decent at like reading people. Sometimes like I do get gaslit and I can't see through it, especially if I can't read facial expressions because a lot of times it's what deduces it for me in some way, shape, or form, or the way that their speech or the linguistics and patterns of which they're speaking. But
Hmm.
when you were doing it, it was fairly easy on. You kept the same tone throughout, and you kept the same rhythmic pattern of speech. That's sort of like the things I look for when I'm deducing falsehoods, which is pretty good. I just think I give you props. It's cool.
Yeah, one thing I think a lot of people who have watched my channel or just have known me in general for a long time is that I generally play up my emotions like that for laughs. There was one bit I was playing Lethal League Strikers with
Oh
Twisted
yeah,
VT
I love Evil League.
and
Oh
his
yeah.
girlfriend Steel Wolfo, and just fucking there was a part where we were playing the volleyball thing together, and I was yelling at her. Like, I don't remember like what tone of voice I did it in, but like there's so much anger, and I will never not be proud of how good I can convey anger. Literal cool guy shit right there.
Yeah, I think that I have legit difficult. I'm not a very angry person, and I know that about myself. It's difficult for me to get angry at times when I really should be, and I'm too forgiving for people. Um,
Hmm.
but I don't know, guys. I got to talk to myself. What the fuck was I going with that? That's right. Anger. I can't. I when I do get angry, I am straight pissed, and I'm straight pissed for a while. It takes a lot to get me there, but when I am, I'm burnt. You know.
Oh yeah, no, genuinely, I am a very angry person, but a lot of people don't know that about me because I'm also very patient.
I completely understand that.
It
Um,
takes a lot to get me to go off.
is there anything that
Like
you're
in my
continue?
hmm?
Continue.
In the job I work at, there is a lot of times where the people there will genuinely try to get you angry to like get a reaction,
Hmm.
and you just can't give them a reaction. It's hard sometimes, but like it's possible. Definitely not fun though, I will say that.
Yeah. I work in similar conditions.
Yeah.
Um, is there anything that you're working on currently you'd like to talk about?
This Vroid model, I guess. I guess I've already spoken about it, but this is a model for Cape Curnius. His birthday is coming up, and we are very good friends.
Do you have
And
the
I've kind of
do you have the exact date for his birthday?
I don't remember because
Oh,
I'm
some
very
friend.
bad.
Whoa.
Look, I know his birthday's coming up. I just don't remember the day.
I suck with birthdays.
Like I know the general time frame.
Yeah.
And there's another one that I should be working on right now, but honestly, just I gotta get some of the textures done for it, and that's not very entertaining or satisfying to watch.
Yeah, I understand that. You're trying to maximize content output and interaction
Hmm.
with your community while actually working on something.
Yeah. And I've also like never done a V-Roid stream before.
Yeah, might as well make the most out of your time, as long as people are
Yeah.
willing to watch it and actually are enjoying it.
That's exactly it.
Which I'm going to be. We're hitting about our time for the podcast, so I'll be ending it here soon. Um,
Alrighty.
it has been a pleasure. It started off a little rocky. I can admit that openly. That I feel like there toward the middle end, it really picked up, and I've genuinely enjoyed having you on. It was pretty fun talking about gaslighting. It's probably the most fun for me right there.
Thank you.
Hope to have you on again here soon.
Yeah.
Uh, maybe I
I
can
am
open up a bit more. I'll have some alcohol in my system, or a bit more, and speak more openly about things and be more
yeah, I
wild.
am going to continue streaming. If you would like to stay on, please do feel free to do so.
Yep, I am. I'll be there. I gotta edit this video. I gotta put some more stuff in. But
Awesome.
good night, everybody.